Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Death Note. Last time on Death Note, we had Scorn, where... what all happened? Misa had dinner with, Takeda, and the two of them were basically fighting over Light, and Misa was like, oh, well, Light's going to capture Kira, so you'll probably be executed. And then Takeda remembered, she started thinking about how Light confessed to her that he was Kira and that she would be the goddess of the new world, which made her laugh, thinking, oh, that stupid little Misa Amane, he doesn't actually love her. When in reality, Light could give two shits about either of them. He's really just using them. Yeah, also it was Christmas. That was that. Yeah. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. And this is also where I say that you know the whole drill. The reaction of this episode of Death Note is in the description, also in the pinned comment. It's the same link. You click on that. That is how you can watch my reaction. And when you're done with that, you can just pop right back up here and we will start the discussion. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Here we go. Alrighty, interesting episode. I'm trying to like as I'm going through this episode, I'm trying to piece together what exactly we're doing with some of these things. Cause it's almost like things have been set up, but they haven't basically come to fruition yet. So I don't know. I'm trying to I might be trying to piece things together, so, yeah. Let's see. The first thing I wrote down is, Takeda. So, man, that was kind of funny, honestly, when he just, 1-2 slapped them, basically. 'Cause, yeah, to him, it's like, okay, well, first off, he shouldn't be getting mad at Misa, because she doesn't know what's happening anymore. She's not the Kira. She's not the second Kira anymore. So I don't think he can really get mad about that. Yes, obviously he's getting mad that, okay, Misa's being Misa, honestly. She's getting jealous and kind of being Misa. But that's the thing, But then when he goes on and says, no, Takeda too is just as bad, because she's getting in that, it's like, oh, well, what does she mean to you and stuff like that, and he's just sitting there like, oh my god, do we really care about that? He's sitting there like, I'm trying to build a new world and you two are catfighting. I don't care, So that was really funny, actually, just him talking about them. I'm gonna go back and actually listen to that again. Yeah.
She means nothing to me.
She means nothing to... That is true.
Why pull a stunt like that? No, Takeda, you're just as bad. Why are women like this?
Oh.
Nothing you say? Why should I believe you?
She was in charge of killing before T.
Yeah.
Somehow she gained the same power as I had and found out that I was Kira. In the end, I had no choice but to take her as my partner.
I mean, that's the thing, because, this is the first time anyone's really learning that Misa gained her own power, basically. Everyone prior had just thought that Kira had passed on his power to someone else, to the second Kira. So that is, the first time someone's actually learning more of the truth. And, yeah, it's like, somehow she gained a power like mine, Except hers was better. She had the Shinigami eyes. But that's the thing. He does, come out and say, it's like, oh, she means nothing to me. And that is true. She means nothing to him. She is just a means to an end. And that's the thing, is immediately he starts going off and saying, like, oh, well, but us, we're really cool. And it's like, yeah, but Takeda is the same way. Takeda is another just means to an end, you know? like she means nothing to him. So, yeah, that was interesting. That whole scene. I wrote down notes. The passing notes basically between them, which I don't know. It almost seems like a little obvious that would be happening, but obviously it's good that Aizawa confirmed it. Because that's the interesting thing is watching Aizawa have to, figure out, basically investigate Light as Kira, which, that's crazy to think of him doing that, because that's, something that only L or Nier can do, so just this average detective trying to investigate. But he got a little bit. He got a little bit that he was, taking notes and everything, which doesn't, I suppose it doesn't incriminate Light as Kira, but it does basically confirm to Aizawa that Light is Kira. But N is not ready to, just start confronting Kira. He's basically building everything he can, building all the evidence he can, which honestly is why, he's going after Mikami as well, because once he finds all that, he can take down Mikami as well, basically. But Light has planned ahead on this and told Mikami basically to make a false death note. So I guess the whole thing with Mikami, it's like, okay, he has a false notebook, but he still killed that one guy on the train. You could say, though, that beforehand he was able to know who that guy was, wrote his name down, and controlled him to, start harassing that girl. Maybe even, controlled the girl, too, so that she would be there, And then that way, he knew exactly what time it would happen. So then he was able to just write their names in a false notebook, and it still worked, So, yeah, I guess it could be that. Because that was the thing I was wondering. It's like, okay, well, if he has a false notebook that he's writing in, how did that guy still die? But he could have planned that out, which was interesting. I did write down witness. So I'm going to go back through that little part with Aizawa and Nier, because I don't think I quite understood it. Let's skip ahead a little bit more.
Nier, I believe what you said earlier. Ella's been meeting Takada almost every single night.
I know.
What? Well, then what about this? They are passing notes to each other. I confirmed it.
Mr. Aizawa, please don't take any unnecessary actions on your own.
So like L.
Unnecessary actions?
Yes, this is not the point where we bring up evidence against Kira and openly confront him.
Yeah.
I must corner him in a dead end with a plan that would guarantee his defeat. This is what it will take to stop him for good. Mr. Aizawa.
Corner him in a plan.
You and the rest of the task force are already out of the picture. However, if you still want to help capture Kira, you can. All I want you to do is keep an eye on him as you've been doing.
Yeah.
That's it? Keep an eye on him?
They do still serve a purpose.
Of course. There certainly is a purpose in watching over L.
Yeah.
In fact, I've already taken it into account as part of my plan. That's why I'm hoping you can help me in that respect. I want you to watch him in order to win against Kira. And after that, I want you to be a witness to the end of Kira.
Okay, so, it makes sense that, it makes sense that, Nier doesn't want Aizawa doing anything on his own. It's honestly exactly what L would say. L was sort of the same way. Especially when Matsuda went out to investigate Yotsuba on his own. So it makes sense, but he does still have a purpose, even if it's not okay. Don't collect the evidence, don't confront Kira yet, but you do need to watch over him. There's a purpose in watching over him, keeping an eye on him. So that's at least still good. They are still being useful for something. And I do like at the end, where he says, I want you to be there as a witness to the end of Kira. It's like, okay, that's pretty good. I like that. So, oh, and I didn't write this down, but can we fucking talk about Matsuda? I'm getting tired of his ass. Okay, Matsuda has always been a ridiculous character. He's basically like the goofball of the group, but he's really kind of lost it over the past few episodes. I feel like with everything that's happening between Light and Misa and Takeda, this weird love yet not love triangle the three of them have. And Matsuda is just along for the ride. I was finally I'm getting to where Aizawa is, where it's just shut the fuck up, Just stop. Just why? Why are you doing this, So, yeah, I'm getting a little tired of Matsuda. I feel like he has his moments, he's better in small doses, So, yeah. I wrote down Misa and Mogi, how they were taken by the SPK. Now, okay, this is another thing I kind of need to work out. So, the two of them were taken by Nier.
After hearing about the notepads, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This is totally Terminator music.
Nier,
Yes? What is it, Al?
we have a problem. Mogi and Misa Amane have gone missing.
I'm already aware of that. I was the one who took them into custody.
You what? For what reason?
Oh, just in case.
Just in case.
Nier, kidnapping is a blatant criminal act. You have to stop this now.
Actually, Mr. Mogi and Amani both came here willingly. You can even ask them yourself.
Yeah, so they both went willingly.
Isn't lost on you.
This move isn't lost on you. It might be... it's lost on me. Damn it, I'm not smart. It might be lost on me. I don't fully understand the purpose in... Man, that dog's starting to bark now. Maybe we'll give him a sec. Okay. It might be lost on me because they never fully explain taking Misa and Mogi. So, although obviously, obviously they know that Misa was the second Kira, but I'm not exactly sure what exactly they're doing, so that might be a bit lost on me. They'll explain it in the next few episodes. I wrote down Ryuk. So Ryuk, I mean, at first I was like, oh, why isn't he around? But I guess if Mikami has a fake notebook, then there's no reason for Ryuk to follow him. So yeah, we don't know where he is. We don't know where Ryuk is, but yeah. And then I did write down T for Teru Mikami. That's interesting, because they're going on the whole, how long can a person be controlled before their death? And based on the Yotsuba experiments, it seems to be 23 days. And they said, well, okay then on the 24th day, I will confront Kira, basically. I'm going to skip ahead. Let me listen to that part again, too, just so I understand it. This poor guy, Giovanni, I think that was his name. He's really risking his life there. know, Ryuk, because it's not. It's a false notebook, which they don't realize.
Sir, I've succeeded in touching the notebook. I can't confirm the existence of any Shinigami at this time.
Commander Rester, please connect me with Mr. Mogi for a moment. Mr. Mogi, according to your investigation and the rules of the notebook, how long can a person be controlled before their death?
Based on the data we got from Yotsuba's experiments, it's 23 days.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'd say that the killings done by Yotsuba were more than enough to prove it.
Thank you for your assistance.
Right. So it's possible that you know they could be controlling Giovanni, which is what Nier is thinking.
Giovanni is already being controlled.
Yeah.
In that case, they could be making him say that there is no Shinigami.
So you've got 23 days to confirm it.
Exactly 24 days. If Giovanni is still alive until then.
January 3rd.
Kiyomi, I saw you had some trouble at the pop music festival.
Yes. I never imagined that Miss Amane would go missing.
Give T an order to contact you and let you know as soon as he's confirmed everything. Once you hear from him, I want you to send me a text message or call me with the following message. I want to see you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Photographs.
Yes, I want to see exactly what he wrote in the notebook.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that they sort of set up at the end here with, you know, Light talking to Takeda again. He needs Mikami to confirm. I would assume that would be confirm that someone has gone to the false notebook, basically. So I guess that would be that. And then, you know, now we have, you know, we have photographs of Mikami's handwriting in the Death Note. Problem is it's a false Death Note. So, yeah, they do set some things up at the end. I'm not quite sure I understand it as of yet, but obviously I'm sure it's all going to be explained in the next 3 episodes. And yeah, I mean, we have 3 episodes left. This is crazy. We're almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, hopefully, you know, everything gets explained. At the very least, you know, we did say that, hey, we're building up to a final confrontation with Kira. So, I mean, this is it. It's Nier versus Kira through the end, which is pretty interesting. Still no Mello in this episode either. I'm wondering how he's going to come back into play, but we'll have to find out. But yeah, that is pretty much that. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Death Note reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.